And now, the reason we got out of bed this morning for music and the spoken giggles, Singing Mama and Auntie B are our very own soulful duets.
Good morning!
Hola.
How's everybody doing?
Hola.
I don't know.
¿Cómo estás?
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
That's right. Very good. We have Adam Branch back on our show, everybody. We are very excited to have him here.
His internet is up and running and working and stuff.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
We are so glad. We missed you last week.
I know I was so upset. I was like, golly, they probably think I'm flaking on them.
Nope.
Yep.
That's all right, though. We're here right now.
Somebody was like, he's probably afraid of, told me that you were afraid of me. I'm like, why?
Why would he be afraid of you?
Why? He's not.
Somebody said that they were afraid of Bree, or you were afraid of Bree.
Oh, no.
He's like, I'm so scary.
They're so scary. Oh, Mufasa.
No, like I'm so glad it was that you weren't.
I think you speak your truth without hesitation, and that may scare some people.
Yeah, but not you.
More like intimidate.
Right? It doesn't scare you, does it?
Oh, I do. I grew up with an older brother that fought.
So see, I'm not scary, right? Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Good answer.
Good answer. That's right. I'm not scary. Raw.
I can't speak for anybody else,
But she doesn't scare you, though.
No, you are a lovely human being.
Aw, I love you.
I love you, human being.
Thank you. So are
Morning,
you.
Jane. Yes.
Appreciate
Morning, Jamie. I love your face.
And Kevin.
And Kevin. You're in trouble. You were supposed to email this morning. You did not.
Oh, troublemaker.
All right, so, Mr. Adam.
Yes, ma'am.
We brought you back to do some more spitting. How do I say it right? I say it wrong all the time.
I think that's what it's called, spitting
I would
lines.
say, rapping, I guess.
Okay.
Somebody, you don't want somebody to misinterpret that spitting. I
know. Last week you heard us yesterday. It was fantastic. Did you hear us yesterday?
Yes, I did.
And trying to figure out how to say it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So just some rapping. I saw the one that you did about the mask and how they talk yuck out the face anyway. Ah, man, you were so good. Okay.
Yeah, that was going to be the one I actually let y'all put on here. And
then you did not.
And you got lost?
Yeah. My days got mixed up, Oh. Well, actually, I wasn't expecting my internet to go down either. So
yeah,
true.
That's true.
Sometimes you can't help tech. It's just tech.
So,
let's see.
You never showed up, Angel. I held the stream open for an hour and a half. We can always connect later. Were you supposed to go on his thing live?
I thought he said to email him, so I did twice.
Oh.
My apologies. I don't understand what's happening. We'll figure it out.
and Marina, you didn't miss much. We just started like 4.5, almost 5 minutes ago.
So then, Adam, would you like to start now?
Like, you want me to do it live or?
Do you want to do it live?
Can you do it live?
Sure if I don't know if the live will do it because I speak kind of fast. It doesn't pick up all the words.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Do you want me just to do the
when
YouTube
it
one?
Out?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
okay. I totally do it. It's so good. We watched it this morning. To get ready for our guests. That's what we do.
Yeah, we do our research.
I will have one for y'all next week. I promise.
Okay.
I'm all in. That sounds amazing.
Y'all can premiere on y'all show.
Okay. Sounds good.
I love it. And you come up with like the coolest
phrases
rhymes. I mean,
yeah,
the way you do it is just, it's thrilling, actually.
It's very unique. and to the point.
All right, let's get this.
He's writing something down.
Na, 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 na. Here we go. Can you see?
Here it comes. You shared the sound,
See,
right?
this is how I do it.
Oh, I hope
I'll
so.
wait till it's done.
Can you hear
I'm
it?
gonna do this one a little different. There's something about the feeling I get when they play an instrument. Right when it hits my soul, I go belligerent. I hope you're listening. Let's get together and say fuck it, social distancing. Cause you ain't finna treat me like a punching bag. You can take that mask and shove it up your ass, then hold your nose and close your mouth and breathe it from the back. Cause all you do is talk shit anyways, and that's just a fact. What's up with all this social media thugging? That type of stuff only makes you look weak and disgusting. I think this whole fucking generation needs an adjustment, but I guess everybody's too afraid to speak on the subject. Let me clarify, I ain't scared to die. I'll do that before I bury my pride or get embarrassed by a guy on his computer that you'll never find. Cause in real life, he's at his mama's house terrified.
I love this.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you did a really good job. Yeah.
I try.
You look tough too, which is so cool.
I'm a lover.
You lover, not a fighter.
My circle's smaller than a hula hoop, so I salute the few who stand beside me because there's barely even room to move. Don't get it twisted like a fucking Rubik's Cube. I hold it down for every one of them better than super glue. Don't make me prove it, I'm crazy, you just don't see me in a stupid mood. I'll uppercut you through the roof and catch you and slam you into a Subaru. Then repeat step 2 until you're flapping around in my hand like a used balloon.
Good job. Good job.
Flopping around like a used balloon.
You did fantastic.
You did. You did really good job.
What helps you come up with rhymes like that? Like just so fast.
I basically do it like this. I don't know if y'all can see this good, but I get just a phrase or something in my head of like, and I just write down everything that I could possibly think of that rhymes with it, and then fill in the blanks.
Kind of like a Mad Lib.
Sometimes it's different though, because different words can rhyme with another kind of word depending on how fast you're saying it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Or the way you're saying it.
Even your delivery of it. You know, it's this language system is very limiting, but it has its perks, I guess.
That's good.
Where we can talk with it, so I like that part.
Yeah, spit, bro.
But yeah,
you can connect conscious. You know, it will be.
We could do telekinesis.
Yes, that's right.
That would be amazing because it wouldn't be just words. You know, it'd be everything you can't say too. Like there's no words for.
That's how it's supposed to be. Because
you know, when you get really close with people, it tends to be that way. Right? You're talking about people as close that's in a hula hoop, right? That's really close.
That's pretty close.
That's like one other person.
I could have said an onion ring.
Right? And you get to know each other pretty well if you're that close. I agree with you. I mean, you did great.
Depending on how big the onion was.
I heard that.
Maybe 2 hands.
It's amazing. We both are just like, man, and you keep going.
Whoa,
like,
that's cool.
Holy cow! So really great job.
Thank you. I've been rapping a long time. I just started. Since probably the 5th or 6th grade. I've just never recorded anything like that. I just started the videos that are on my channel, like from I guess 3 months ago is when I first started recording. And I just record them on my phone.
That's amazing.
Hey, you did a good job.
It's amazing.
That's what Kathy started doing, was doing her lives on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just so you know, Tanika sent you a friend request too.
Oh,
on Facebook.
So email me because I don't do.
She doesn't really get on Facebook at all.
Any really social media. So shoot me an email at gmx.com and
maybe smile, Empress.
Well, here's the thing with social media.
Huh? Yay! Right? 5th grade. Go ahead, Adam.
I like Kathy.
Yep. Yeah, she's awesome.
Kathy with a K.
Man.
What was I about to say? Do y'all remember?
You said the thing about social media.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Say if you're scrolling through Facebook, every time you read something, every time you stop on a post or whatever, as soon as you read it, that frequency goes out into the world.
Yes, it does.
So and there's so much negative shit on there. People are constantly seeing it, thinking it, and even if they're not responding to it physically or anything. Every thought has a frequency.
It's very true. It's very true. You know, you have an amazing ability to get right to the truth too. I think we've both noticed that. You don't really mix words much, and I love that. That's one of my favorite things about people. Just go right to the heart of the matter. Just get right to the point.
That's how we got in the first place.
Right? So, with that, we wanted to talk about the flat Earth thing, because I would love to see it how you see it, because I know a lot of people like to say, "Oh, they're so stupid," and they throw out all these negative things about it. You don't seem to me like a stupid person in the slightest bit. Okay,
thank you.
And honestly, I am curious because of that, because you don't seem dumb at all to me, right? We agree on so many things. And so because of this, I want to see your perspective, right? And we're approaching this with love, and we're holding it all with the comfort and love of God, because this isn't about debate.
Right.
I really want to see it from your perspective, and then I want to see if maybe it changes mine. I am open to it if it does. Okay. I've talked to quite a few people, and they approach it like it's a fight. That's not what this is at all. And so it's hard to talk to someone like that. I want to know what how you see it. Is that cool, Singing Mom?
That's
is that
fine.
cool?
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just sit and listen and mess with the comments. And
that's the deal. Stuff. All right. Then say stuff. That's your job.
Kevin says, Adam, are you familiar with MC Yoga? Yogi. I encourage you to vibe out with him. Amazing.
I have not. I look at a lot of Sadhguru. I like Sadhguru. But other than that, I try to really stay away from too much TV. I mean, not TV, but I have my channels I like to watch, but I'll check it out.
You're one of them.
Yeah, like totally.
Well, I like people who talk about the truth.
Right?
That's usually the best stuff.
That's what we love. All right. And so tell me about it first. So there's a few things that I don't understand. So can I just ask you questions, or do you want to say your thing first? Maybe people aren't familiar with the flat Earth idea. So why don't you explain? And then I have a few questions, because, they're honest, genuine questions.
Oh, all right. So I think a big problem is when people think about flat Earth is they think flat like a quarter.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm not sure if a lot of people understand how big this place really is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you been across the planet? I hadn't. I've been on a cruise one time, and I'm going to tell you, this place is big.
It is huge.
So they say the circumference.
When they say it's a small world.
Yeah. And this all goes back to programming also. What do you see when you walk into a classroom? A globe and a clock. Mm-hmm. A spinning ball that pulls force inwards is that's not logical to begin with. And the ball that's BAAL. It's something to do with that also. But okay. Let me get my thoughts straight. So they say the circumference is 25,000 something miles, around the equator. So if you set up a camera, and these experiments have all been done before, I didn't make these up. Okay. So if you set up a camera on a flat surface in a flat area. At a certain distance, if somebody's walking in front of that camera, at a certain distance, they should start dropping in the view of the camera because they're starting to go over the curvature of the earth, right?
True, but that's really far.
It is,
really,
but
really far.
Okay, all right. So this is where we get to they say it's 25,000 something miles. So I believe at 6 miles they should have dropped an inch already in the camera. They have pictures of Chicago city skyline. I mean, the Chicago skyscrapers across Lake Michigan, like you know, and so according to the numbers and this and that, the tallest building in Chicago should have been 3,000 something feet below the horizon, and you could see all the buildings.
You would have to be, if it's 3,000. How high up is that building? Do you know?
No, I'm not real sure. But I just know the tallest building in Chicago should have been 3,000 something feet below the horizon from where the picture was taken across Lake Michigan.
How far away was the picture?
It's about 85 miles, 80 miles.
So at 80 miles, I'm trying to figure out how they took that picture. Do you know how they took the picture and from what?
No, ma'am. No
level. See, there's a lot of things that if you were taking it from like ground level, right? You had the camera on the ground.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think there's that much flat space between wherever they took it at 80 miles. You know, in the ocean too, if you go far enough, it does start to drop and then it drops. So I'm trying to figure out, like, because I love the numbers. You posted something that said numbers don't lie, right? I'm just asking questions. I'm not.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay, so like when it gets to a certain point, I've seen pictures. You know, I've watched it myself when it goes out of sight, when it goes down. So I'm trying to figure out.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, like when ships are going on the water, right?
Right.
And I've watched them through a telescope go down. So I'm trying to figure out. And it was a special telescope. I'm trying to think of the kind it was. I can't remember. I wish I could. It wasn't a Canon. It's sort of the D, I think. But anyway, you can watch them go down just like they're supposed to. So I'm trying to figure out, like, if you have to be on like level, right, with whatever you're looking at, and that's hard to find that type of distance that's level. And I can't think of anything looking at Chicago that's going to stay level the entire time. I don't know any of that space that would do that. So I'm trying to figure out, they had to be higher. So if they're higher, the distance is going to be different. Because of the ratio between the, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just trying to follow. Okay, yeah. So do you have another example maybe?
All right. Let's see. So they say we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour.
Okay,
well, that's 40 miles an hour. NASA.
That's true, but that's like, it's one rotation a day, right? So
that's what they say. You know, they say that the planet is actually spinning 1,040 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They say that
the passenger plane flies 500 miles an hour. How do they land when they take off?
Because it's the inertia and the stuff that we already have with the planet. So that's in addition, right?
Right.
So they land and take off according to the power of the jets that are in the airplane. That is in relation to the gravity. Because if you're in a truck and you're driving and you throw up a ball, you'll catch it just because of the inertia and the gravity that are already with the truck. You're already with it, right? You'll throw it up and land. So even if you add that force, right, throw it up and then gravity brings it back down, it's not going to just go nowhere. It's going to stay right there because you're in the truck, which is bigger than you and the ball, So that seems to me very similar to a plane.
So like in planes, people have taken their level on the plane, and it stays level the whole time.
Sure.
Until they get ready to land or take off. Well, if you're on a ball, there would have to be a tilt to the nose of the plane to be able to go over the curvature, or they would just fly.
Well, they're going, around for sure, but they're not outside of it. They're inside of like our atmosphere. Okay. So if you have a level and you hold it level, it's going to stay level.
Yeah.
You would want something different, right, than holding it level? Wouldn't you want a different way to measure it? Because that's just to show you that it's level. Wouldn't you want something more like, and this one I haven't actually you're talking about one that like keeps things level on the wall, right? Like if you were gonna,
like
with a little liquid in it,
just like this.
Yeah. So wouldn't you want something that would measure the curve instead of that would measure that it's level?
Well,
I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm confused.
It's I mean, water finds a level area.
True.
True.
It does, but water can't beat like the ground it's on generally. So if the ground is higher underneath in one area than it is another, then it's gonna meet the ground that's it's gonna level out wherever it's at, right?
Yeah, it'll if it's she's laughing now.
I know. I'm just trying to. She's not laughing at you. I'm just.
No.
I ask questions like it to everybody. I'm just trying to understand.
No,
I believe you.
Understand too.
I believe you when you say that we were indoctrinated in school. I absolutely believe you. But I think that the darkness tends to mix in truth with lies to confuse us. Would you agree with that?
I do agree. And see, if we really want to get down to, I believe it's a construct of this collective conscious.
Okay.
But
I
didn't want to get too deep into it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to know. I have a mind. I want to know like why this works. Like, and I do it with everything. Okay. When I had to go to church. All right. But why do I have to talk to you? Why can't I talk to you? Why? And what about this guy? And who is he? And why do we think he's a great person? We should talk about that. I want to know what happened to him. This was something that happened. He led these people astray. Why is he good? I want to know. I want to understand. When I was in school, my teachers did not love me, except for one, because I asked questions all the time.
So he says, "Why?"
That is a great question. I think they have, and that's just me.
You can actually get on NASA's website, and they'll give you the artist's name that painted those pictures of the globe.
But not for every one of them. Just for some of them. There are some of them that are actual pictures, according to them. And I understand thinking that everything's fake, so everything's fake. But if they mix in truth and lies, then something might be true. Is that?
Yeah, no, I agree. They do, because that's part of the cabal. They have to put stuff in your face.
Yep. Yep.
So
I agree.
But when God says the earth is firm and immovable,
yeah. I agree with the earth is in the earth. That earth is firm and immovable. Except for he says that he can change it all too. Doesn't he?
Can.
Huh?
He says he can change it all?
Yeah, I mean, mountains fall,
earthquakes,
the freaking flood that changed everything. Noah?
That's true.
Noah. So I think it's true. But I think too in the Bible also there's a lot of things that are said as standards, right?
So
truth, but there's a lot of parables too.
In Daniel chapter 4, verse 10 and 11, I believe it says the king saw a great tree.
Mm-hmm.
The king saw a great tree in the center of the earth, and the tops of the trees grew to the way in the skies, and you could see the tops of the tree from all boundaries of the earth. Now, if you're on a ball and the tree is on the top of the ball and you're on the bottom, you can't see the top of that tree.
If all of the land was one land, oh, I like that. That kind of goes to flat Earth. Oh, that's kind of cool. Then you would, right? And then if it breaks, you still would.
You mean before all the...
I like that idea. That's very cool. I can't even say anything about that. I need to look into it.
Contrary to it.
Look at, why are you covering your face? That's awesome. What's happening?
It's funny. I like to see that look on people's face.
You broke the brain, man.
No, it's just awesome. Will you pull up that scripture?
Daniel 4?
Yes, ma'am.
10 through 12, is that what it was?
10 and 11, I believe.
11. Daniel 4. No, that's not at all what I pushed.
Could it also have been that all the people were in one area?
Was it before the Babylon or whatever?
I don't know. Is Daniel? Huh?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It could have been.
I'm just asking if that's a possibility.
And that's the thing. Nobody truly knows.
Right. I'm with you on that. We have a lot of math that can prove a lot of things. And, you know, I have done all of the math, the parabola that people use to say that, you know, this is the distance of the Earth, or they use different mathematical equations to disprove something. And then someone else will be like, no, that's for a triangle. All the ideas are valid. I love it.
You know,
it's to find the truth, right?
See, and my whole thing is like, I believe it's all disinformation. You know, it's something. This whole system is designed to keep us from
truth,
even looking for the truth.
Agreed.
You know,
I agree with that. Okay, so
this is gonna. I mean, it's got a lot to do with the collective conscious of the entire planet. Mm-hmm. Like how this whole time scale works with night and day, and you know, aging and stuff.
Aging?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm interested in more of that. What do you mean? I'm looking at.
So if there's time, if you have a scale of time, so energy cannot be destroyed.
Agreed.
So if you have a scale of time, then like anything that's in that scale will have a limit. It'll you know, that's just, and that's the way this reality's made. You know, stuff breaks down over time because there is time. You know, and it's a placebo. It's placebo. People have made them believe that they age, and that's how this whole thing works. And
do you think it's all power of the mind? Yeah. So how old are you, Adam?
Well, I mean, Kathy with Gay is getting younger. She says it, and look at her. She can do so much.
How old are you?
29.
29. Okay.
In June.
Is that true?
June what?
June 25th.
Oh,
our birthday is the 27th.
Cancer.
Awesome.
Our birthday is 27th. You're like 9 years, almost exactly younger than me. I'll be 40.
Dang, that's crazy.
And she'll be 42.
No, you don't look 40.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you do. Just kidding. I don't know what 40 looks like, but you look great. I know what 29 looks like. You look fantastic.
Well, I appreciate that. You look fantastic.
Right. It's my hat.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Daniel. Oh, Daniel's clear over there. So
yeah, I've got it on here.
I'm not looking up the verse. I'm looking up the books in the Bible.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, Daniel's way after that.
That's
so
what
even
Dom
if
said
it
too.
was, huh?
That's what Dom said too.
Yeah, he did. But even if it was the Tower of Babel or Babel, however you say it,
because they babbled.
Because everybody was still together until then. But that was clear. Daniel's clear after Ezekiel and Lamentations and Jeremiah. So,
Kevin says
fake 3D.
Time and distance only exist in the fake 3D realm. Energy transcends.
Okay. Adam, do you believe that?
I
do.
All right, bring us all back up here for a second, Jamil. If that's true, that time and distance only exist in the fake 3D realm. If that's true, it is also true that everybody could see it because distance didn't exist.
Huh?
See, we don't know. That's the thing. You totally blew my mind with that, and I will freaking admit it forever because that was amazing.
It's this language. You know, we have 26 letters. They gave a quantum brain 26 letters to work with.
I know.
You know, add one more letter to the alphabet, and you can make so many more words. And each one of those words will have a new definition because it'll be a new word.
Absolutely.
You know, they've limited us to the maximum. I mean, that's just all there is to it. It's crazy. You know, Chinese people, like, they have to learn. They have like over 6,000 characters, like symbols. Do. You know, they have to learn like 2,500 of them in school. 2,500. We got 26.
Yeah. That's very true. It's like ebonics. Yeah. Yeah. So you also know, though, that being limited as we are with just vocabulary, right?
Right.
We still have the ability to express things even beyond that. Because every word can mean something different with a little bit of changing in the way we say it. Right? So just talking like that, someone could be like, I'm not an idiot. Stop it. I'm not a child. I've heard people say I'm not a child a lot to me. I know. But we have added inflection, right? And we have body language, and we have just the energy we give off just being.
Right.
So yes, we are limited in our ability to be as loquacious and elegant in our speaking. But communication in speech is just like 5%. Just like you said.
Right. Right. I agree.
So yes, and also no, because we are creatures created by God. Therefore, we will find a way. Yes?
Yes. Now, let me ask you this. So when you say, where's the mother God, though? You know, everything is Father God. It's all about He. That was part of suppressing that feminine energy. And Mother Earth is feminine, you know. But that's just my opinion.
That's a question? Sounded like
like how, like what do you?
Where is she?
I could tell you. Go ahead, Jamie.
We were always taught. We were brought up with what our dad always taught us, that there is a Heavenly Mother, but Heavenly Father doesn't talk about her much because he is taken in vain so much that he doesn't want her to be taken in vain as well. And so he protects her in that way.
I could see that.
Yeah. So that's what I remember from growing up. Do you remember that? I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And
I do.
so that's what, but God is God.
Right.
It's not about, yes, she's involved, but she's not like the ultimate creator, so to speak.
So
I think I have a different take on that.
They did it together.
Yeah.
All of us.
All right.
But as far as,
and
does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
We were also taught, in addition, that God was the title they shared.
Yeah.
So when you pray to God, it's to both.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just one of the teachings of the millions, that are there.
I understand 100%.
But that it was Jesus. Okay, the name of Jesus, right? That's what they hate so much. That's why it's come to be like a bad swear word
and stuff too. Yeah.
Things like that. So because they know that that's the way we get back. That's the way we thrive. You
Right.
guys, I'm so sorry. Chris doesn't call me unless it's important in between, so I'm going to let you go for just a sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
So
She's
see,
good. She got me on the
Huh?
spot. I was saying she's good. Normally, people, I don't get to deal with too many, straightforward people.
Yeah, she's pretty dang straightforward, and
I like it.
we like to be like that. It's stupid to beat around the bush.
Yeah,
Just go to the source. But yeah, see, that's kind of what I was thinking
I
too,
agree.
is when, like when I was learning about the firmament and everything, about that kind of stuff, about how it was like a dome
Right.
over the world rather than, my
And
daughter
God
actually
placed the
told me
sun.
that part. Mm-hmm.
And they placed the sun, moon, and the stars inside the firmament. Inside the firmament.
Yeah. And so it's just really
To
makes
have
you
an
wonder
inside, that
about,
means there's an outside.
right, and what really is on the outside.
Exactly. And is all right. So check this out. When
Mhm.
you're looking at the sky, and well, before I get into that, they say the sky is blue because
The ocean's blue.
Yeah, but you go to any ocean and scoop out a cup of water, it's going to be clear.
Right.
Right. The water's not blue. The blue tint on the water is coming from whatever that is up there.
The sky.
It's when the sun's going down, right, and you can
Changes colors.
you can see the moon in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still shining.
Mm-hmm.
That same sunlight that is hitting that moon should still be lighting the sky.
See, that's what I thought too. Like when Jason Q was talking about, like when you go out into space, why isn't, if it's lighting up the whole world, the sun,
Why isn't it
then why
lighting
isn't it
up?
lighting up the
Because
whole
none of
area
the
out there if it's
videos
so
or
big?
pictures that they show us are real. That's why they
Yeah,
only
see, that's
let
what's
people fly so high. You have to have a certain level of
licensing or
clearance
something.
to get to start. Yeah, and
Yeah.
how can you get in a plane and go east or west and still end up in Antarctica or Alaska, which I think are both the same place?
Right. And how come you have to take so many stops when you're flying from one direct place to another?
Because they want to confuse you. They they want you up, down, like
Yeah.
They throw them clouds out there to if you get on a mountain or a good hill or something, you can see so far, but if there's a patch of cloud somewhere, messes it
Can't see
up.
anything. It's
That's
just
what
like a blind
clouds do.
spot.
Clouds, like what I've been seeing clouds that, I mean, sometimes they're so low I feel like I could hit them with a baseball. It can't be that cold right there.
Right. And then when, like, what really trips me out about the clouds is when they're flat.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you watch some other people, what they're talking about and how they say those are the spaceships. I'm like, I see a lot of those. Is it real?
I'm not sure.
Or is it
I'm
not?
not sure what they are. I'm not saying they are or they aren't.
No,
but
me
I'll tell you
neither. I'm
what,
just saying that's what I've heard.
That's not
I
water.
always think of The Simpsons. Yeah.
Like it could be. It was just raining here 2 days ago. It was storming. I'm sitting there thinking, how, like, if the clouds are the water, like, why isn't the clouds going away? As it's pouring down.
Exactly. Why are they dissipating or whatever when the rain is all gone?
Now here's one. Okay, where does the wind come from?
From a very windy tunnel. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just saying.
Hopefully it's not
so
like somebody passing anything at the moment.
Yes,
like
I'd rather not know.
Like thunder and stuff, like when we were little and they'd say, "Oh, God's bowling" or something, or they're rearranging the furniture up there or something. I mean, and they say that it's caused by the clouds, or from one storm coming to another, or whatever, the clouds hitting or something, and that's what causes the thunder. And
yeah, I mean,
like, if they're water, why would it cause it to do that noise?
Some of them clouds are so dense, the sun won't even penetrate through it.
That's true. Yeah.
Like,
But it goes through water just fine.
yeah, I don't
You get
understand.
sunburned through water. So why?
They've been following the sun with these chemtrails.
Mhm.
They're hiding something around the sun.
Yeah,
Is what I believe.
it's an interesting thing, that's for sure. Empress believes there has to be a balance of male and female, so she can't believe there's God without goddess. That's for sure. Kevin says, Adam, can you please drop bombs about the Antarctic ice wall? Jami
See,
said.
well, the ice wall, they won't even. You can't even get to it really, because they only allow you to fly so far into Alaska or Antarctica. If you go into certain places, you have to be a scientist or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why is that? Why do I have to be a scientist to get to this place on this planet that I was born on?
Right.
Why do I have to pay property tax on land? Who owns this land? Who gave y'all this land in the first place? Like, did y'all have to pay for it? Who'd y'all pay for it?
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot. NASA says we're moving sideways through space at 1.3 million miles an hour. First of all, how do you even calculate that? Second of all, if we're moving sideways through space at all, we shouldn't see the same constellations they seen 5,000 years ago.
Why?
Because if we're moving through space, then that
What if
means
it's all
they're all
moving with
moving.
us?
That could be it, in a perfectly
It's all
balanced.
moving the same way.
Yeah. But at some point, something has to, because if we're talking about a blast, because that's what we're going off of is the Big Bang. If we're moving through space, that's where that whole idea comes from. Is they base it off of the Big Bang because they don't believe that this was created perfectly.
What if the Big Bang is how God used to create it?
All right, so an explosion takes place, and then
I'm not saying out of nothing though. Because as you know, energy can't be destroyed, it's transferred.
That was going to be my question: is what did the explosion come from?
From God. I think science can be
He's
used
moving
to
more
prove
furniture.
God exists, not prove he doesn't exist.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree. This universe is mathematically perfect. I mean, everything is.
Mhm.
It is, and if it is, who made it?
It didn't just come
How
from
is it that way? Right. It's not from nothing. I agree with you totally on that. But I'm wondering if it's not a fight about all of it. Like they want us divided, right? They want us all divided, right? You have an idea, I have an idea, and we come together and talk about them. And I'm sorry, I'm coming from a little bit more direct place. I just got
you're fine.
Balled out. So
You got balled out? Are you okay?
Yeah. So if there's a big bang, big explosion, right, that created all this stuff, who did the Big Bang? That to me is proof of God. They don't know because they don't want to talk about God.
Yep.
Okay? He's perfect in all he does, so he gets all this stuff together because he can, because he's God. But there's also a lot of different things, like if you're too hard to think anything different than your own ideas, you're going to be stuck in your ideas, right?
Right.
And so you blew me away, and I love that. That like enriches my heart, right?
That's
I
awesome.
want new ideas. Yeah, birthday cake melting all over my head.
All over your head.
And I love that. But that doesn't mean that my ideas are shit. What it means is it's going to help like plant new seeds and give me new ideas. That's what we do when we talk to each other.
Yep.
Hey, give me 1 second.
Okay.
We're all leaving all the time. This is the show for leaving. I apologize again.
I'm not
guys.
leaving yet. Okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. It's not about discussion on that show.
I know.
Yeah, I'm all right. I agree with a lot of the things that they call conspiracies because they call them that to discredit them. So straight out the gate, I agree with that. So I want to know, okay, what did they think and why did they think it? And dissect the hell out of it, because that's what I do. But I love when someone says something, I'm like, aha. I like it.
Right.
It's a
That's
lot.
I like that too.
So then, do you think that all the
chemtrails, you guys
information?
oh, sorry.
Do you think that all the information that everybody has is a bit of everything that's true?
Yes.
Well, when we come together, we have truth. We find it in our discussions.
Kind of like religion, where everybody there's a little bit of truth in a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
Right, but it's
And
separate.
then, right. But when you bring them all together,
right.
that's
But you
what
got to bring
causes
them
the
all
fight.
together.
And how do we do that?
No social
Come
distancing.
together.
Yeah.
Right. Huh.
Over me.
Nice.
Nice. I like that. People have to know the whole truth. First of all information must be handed out. Like, that's free will to give someone all the information that's needed to make the proper decision. Now, if you're withholding any kind of information at all, then that's you have a personal agenda, and that just don't fly.
I'm gonna disagree with you for just a second on that, because sometimes if you're explaining it to a child, you cannot give all of the information.
Oh, yes,
right?
true.
So yes, you have an agenda not to destroy the child, right? With adult information, we'll say, however, you can give pieces that are needed for that situation, and I think that's true here too.
Yeah, in the way that this has been working, but if it was all peace, love, happiness,
Agreed.
Because that's the way they've set it up.
Absolutely.
Separation, constant competition.
I believe if whoever's asks the question, they're ready for an answer. And I think that as we have everybody has a feeling for how somebody else, what they can handle.
Right.
And so, like, just for example, with me, if I were to lay out there every single thing that happened to me, I'd be talking for a year, for one thing. But I've been called crazy. I've been locked up in psych wards. I've been drugged against my will for telling the truth. So in the world that we have right now, it's important to tell the truth, but it is also important to know when.
Right.
To tell the truth.
Right.
Now, when this part of it is over, it will be easily shared and freely given. And that's our goal, right?
Right.
And that's what you mean, right? I'm trying to say I understand you. Right?
Yeah, 100%. It's because in order for us to move forward as a civilization, there can be no secrets.
I agree with that. Oh, I love that. Read that, Jamil, will you?
Yeah. No one can be expected to know all the unknown. Beauty is searching for the truth together. What we all agree on is that everything we have been taught to this point is false. Now we search for truth.
That's right.
That everything is painted with lies, yes.
Mm-hmm.
People always refer back to something they was taught or something they researched or something they learned, and that's what I believe. All that is different disinformation. Something to look back at, this chapter, whatever, in this book at this school, like that's all stuff that's been allowed to be written.
Yep.
And then there are truths in certain things, but it's just so much bullshit on top of it.
True.
People don't take the time to, get to the truth because everybody wants something right now.
Right.
Something right now. And it's just been a snowball effect of selfishness, I believe.
1,000%. And especially this victim mentality. I can't stand it, you guys. I can't stand it. There's no reason. We're not created to be victims. All right.
Nope.
I was trafficked across the world, globe, flat Earth. How do you say it? And wherever, all
Universe?
across all the countries. Okay, and I can tell you that I am not a victim. So if I am not a victim, you're not a victim. Just say it out loud. I'm not a victim. Break the spell.
I'm not
You're
a
a
victim.
warrior.
Huh?
Everybody
You're a
say it.
warrior.
hmm
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I feel you. I mean, like my brother's paralyzed. They wouldn't even give him food stamps.
They what?
They wouldn't even give him food stamps. You know what I'm saying?
Your brother?
Who?
My brother, when he had his accident.
When he got paralyzed?
Yes, ma'am.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Why?
You know, and I don't know. That's the way this shit's been set up.
They gave me
They
$12 when I was free a month. I got $12.
$12. I don't know. I
you
don't
know,
know.
it's crazy how this system has really just flown by the wayside while everybody just continues to be slaves.
You're getting a candy big Come on, guys. You know, I was gonna say, how do you boil a frog?
I
You
wouldn't.
turn up the heat slowly.
So do you see that as our society getting hotter and hotter and hotter?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you definitely. We're man. Listen, we're so close, y'all, to this whole thing going down.
I know.
One domino. That's it, and it could be the Georgia.
Mhm.
You know, I think it is going to be.
Is Georgia being done too?
Yeah, it's Georgia and Arizona.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't watch the news, so I didn't know anything about it.
I mean, it could be the Arizona. Either one. I mean, we're just waiting on one. We're waiting on one domino. That's it.
We just need to see the proof and have it on the MSM and baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find this one.
When they play that EBS, I'm gonna act a fool, y'all.
When they what?
Oh,
when they play
okay.
the emergency
I was trying to
broadcast.
follow on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait for that.
Because you know they got them. Elon Musk sent up them
Pennsylvania too?
Starlink satellites. They're supposed to take over the world media. It's called Odin.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm looking
It's
for.
going to take out
Was this from all the stuff before?
What's that?
Was this from all the stuff before?
Before.
They were talking about it earlier in the year. About the EBS.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And all the other stuff. This isn't like recently information, or is it just like from earlier this year?
Yeah, this is recent. The Starlink Elon Musk sent them Starlink satellites up. Yeah, that was maybe a week, like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean,
it is. You know, we don't know the timing because that's God's timing, right?
Yeah.
Even in the Bible, it says even the angels don't know His timing.
Right.
But people who are searching for the truth, right? Searching for God will search for Him in every place, every place.
And
are you serious?
The more people get on that frequency, the faster the truth will manifest itself.
That's awesome. I agree. The more we awaken people, the more people awaken themselves, because that's how it's got to be, right? The more that happens, the greater the vibration, the more praising God, the greater the vibration, more, doing the sun gazing stuff we do and drinking the good water and making sure that we are just tight with the Jesus. We stay with the things that bring our vibration up. And the more we do it, it's contagious.
Loving, gracious thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Vibration.
Yeah.
Like the universe, say the universe loves when you're truly gracious, just to be alive.
Oh, man. I love that. I woke up this morning and I had pain from the tips of my toes past the top of my head. I don't know how many of you have sat in. Yes. Have you sat, I think, Kevin has probably done this. I don't know if you do Reiki stuff or if you do meditation. I would assume you do, but
I
do
meditate.
you? Okay. So when you get to a place of just, it's like this pureness inside, you just feel, it's like joy and love they're not enough. It's so much more. And you
Because
get to
joy
this
and love are
place.
just words, you know.
Right.
Mhm.
They're just words, but it's the only way I have to express it. It's just the most of that, the extreme amount inside where it's calm and
Maximum effort.
and then it's like you have a feeling that you can feel beyond your skin. You can feel beyond it,
In your
right?
field, your toroidal field.
Yeah. So
Your
the
what?
you know,
Toroidal?
So toroidal, TORRIDEL, I believe, or DAL.
Toroidal?
Toroidal. I may be
Nice.
wrong. I may not even be saying it right.
I've never heard that phrase, but that doesn't mean it's not true. I think there's a bunch of different ones. Like some people call it their aura field,
Thank you.
some people call it their chakra
That's what I was gonna
field.
say. Your aura.
Your
And
Merkaba.
so, yeah, so it's just you can feel beyond it. And so when somebody steps into my field of energy, I can feel their feels. If I have that, that centered calmness, that love, that joy, that the center, just then I have that. But this morning I woke up with my own and it was just like pain. I was like, well, that's rude. Ugh. And I'm like, all right, I got to figure something out. Why am I awake right now? And I got on with Kathy with a K when she did her show this morning. And she was talking about Connie, the gal she met while she went to the border.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of information there that was very suspect. And so Kathy sent me both of her numbers. I asked her to, and I looked into them. And in doing a reverse check on the numbers, they both come back with ownership that doesn't have Connie's name on it, and they're not related. And one of them appears to be like a fake person, and the other one is a Latina name. And she claimed that she had been taken by the cartel, or at least beat up by them for things she had said. And so with that information,
don't beat people up.
oh, I know. They don't just beat people up, but if they were going to do something to her, there's a bunch of options. But the thing I've seen the most is they'll take you and put you in places where people will just come and just torture you with all the horrible things people can do, and they'll pay money to do it. It's a really horrible kind of trafficking. And if you have done something to put them in danger of having to be found out, they do this very easily. So whether or not it was fake, that's not what's important here. What's important is to make sure Kathy is protected. And if Connie is actually in danger, we need to make sure that somebody knows.
True that.
So I sent a report. Actually, I was talking with the gal from the National Human Trafficking Network. She gave me some things that I can do, which I will do. I have a couple people that I know in the U.S. Marshals, so I'm going to give them a call after this. And I'm going to call down there in, I think it's Loco. I have it written down. My dyslexia makes it fun to say some things. Texas. And that's where the phone is registered. And she and Kathy had met in Donna, Texas. So I'm going to call both the PDs down there and call them. I'm just going to make reports because if there's proof anywhere, that gives us a little leg up. Okay.
Yeah, man, this is a deal. People should have stood together and stopped this shit.
True.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, the frog in hot water, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what the fuck, man? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Babies, children, bro. Like, why haven't
old
they,
people?
like sometimes I
every
sit here and I want to get my guns and like go down there and start shooting motherfuckers. You know.
I would think that you would need more people. Right. We need more people. We need something to happen. And the idea that you have is not. Yes, thank you. That's the one right there. How did you know that? That's amazing.
She probably watched it too.
Well, that wasn't said on there.
Oh,
is she in Texas?
Then I don't know.
I love you, Felon Blue. I mean, I love you anyway, just so you know.
Blue.
But I love you now on the air. So we need a lot of people to get together with these ideas. Your intent is pure. I believe that from like the middle of me. Because, yeah, wanting to stop this is good. Even though they're not going to tell you that, because why would they?
Yeah.
Right.
Good is bad and bad is good, right?
Right.
When I grew up in it, they taught me that Satan was the good one. He was the savior. Jesus was the bad one. He was evil. He was upsetting Satan's plan. I was taught everything backwards. And it was definitely beat into me. It's really hard to come back from something like that. But I'm noticing that it's hard to come back from what everybody else outside of that is taught too.
Mm-hmm.
Because your version of Jesus is better than their version of Jesus. What?
Yeah.
My
and
Jesus is the true
that's how
Jesus. Yours
selfish
isn't?
people are, though. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't take into effect, like, they don't worry about what your life was like. Oh, well, it's about how they grew up, what they went through, what they're thinking, what they want, what they need. You know, they don't realize that that shit is actually going on physically here on this planet, right down the road next to them, possibly. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, next to him is
And
most
people
likely.
just keep on going about their day. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit drives me, y'all.
Have you heard of the Python spirit?
No, I haven't. What is that?
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So the Python spirit is, you know what a python is, right?
Right.
Jamie? You know what a python is?
The snake.
Yeah, so it's a snake, right? Good. And how does a python move around? How does it sense its prey?
Well, it slithers if it moves around.
Good.
but it's-
Slithers. Good.
Does a thing.
With his tongue. With his tongue, he can put it out in the air
and
sense his prey.
When it
right?
bounces back.
Say that again.
Yeah, the vibrations bounces back to them. You know,
they think it's like pheromones and different things like that, but I would have to agree with you that I bet you it's probably both with his tongue.
No,
he's doing a Jeopardy answer.
They could probably really be able to hear and talk, and we don't fucking know.
And that is possible, but from what we know, a python uses his tongue to sense where danger is and where prey is. But they also have a way of coming at you that could make you think you're not in danger. They get close to you, and then they wrap you up. Just hugging you. I'm just hugging you. Just a hug. Just a friendly hug.
And all of a sudden
squeeze you to death. And the python spirit that is around us is don't talk. Right? Don't talk. I know what you're going to say because I can sense it. They can sense your fear. It can sense your love, your joy. And it's everywhere now in this country. That is not awake. The more awake we become, the less this python spirit has ability. Right?
Right.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's why I love talking to people like Adam here, who has a different idea, but it doesn't mean it's a wrong idea. I just want to understand. That's my favorite part of discussion, you guys. My favorite. Getting to know somebody, and I want to understand how you do. Yeah, that's just silly. We don't have time for that. Just stop it, right?
Yeah.
And you're 29.
That's the thing.
You're 29.
Everybody thinks they know for certain, what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know exactly what's going on, man. I know all the things.
Reptilian spirit.
Do you know what color is under mine?
Hey,
Chocolate?
do you know? Do y'all know? Do y'all watch Tom Numbers or anything?
Sometimes.
I know who he is. I've only watched him when he was on some other person's show. But I think it was the P one. The guy out of the UK.
Simon Parks.
Parks, yeah. That's the guy, right?
Simon Parks.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Numbers, though, that dude. Hey, look.
He's like a number guru.
So, like, the word purple comes to 88, right? Trump is 88. If you take red and
I
blue,
did that.
Democrat and Republic,
But I didn't
and
see
you
it.
put them together, purple.
Right?
All right, it man. Hey y'all, it all goes back to Trump and Jesus. Donald
Mhm.
John Trump equals 185. The birth of the
Yep.
Messiah equals 185.
Mhm.
Don't you love that?
You know,
I love how
I've
it all
always loved
connects.
numbers because numbers don't lie.
I actually
Mhm.
put one up on my channel the other day just
Yeah,
of
Yesterday.
stuff that equals 185. Yeah,
Mhm.
hold on. I want people to
you
see
can't
Yeah,
that.
make
we were
that stuff
watching that
up,
this
man.
morning too.
Yep, I want people to see that. I love it. I mean, we were like, whoa, he's into it. I'm like, yeah, he's into it.
Yeah, I love because I've always been about words. You know, like it's
Mhm.
always been every time I hear a word, it just everything that rhymes with it comes to my head. So now
That's good.
it's numbers.
There's no.
I didn't got to
And
where
that
I don't
equals
have
this,
to
and that equals this.
look at I don't have to look at no chart. You know, I know what each number letter is.
That's awesome.
Cool.
It's right here. Make it bigger.
But it is absolutely mind blowing how all these numbers connect.
Mhm.
I love this kind of stuff. It's like code breakers. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I was watching this debate between a synthetic chemist and a geologist, and they were trying to figure out the beginning of the Earth, like the Big Bang, right? The theory.
Right.
And they were coming at it from one perspective. The geologist had the geology perspective, right? The synthetic chemist had that perspective. But they each were struggling because they couldn't put themselves in the other person's shoes to see it.
Right.
And because of that, there was no way they were going to find middle ground. There was no way there was going to be a resolution, and neither of them won because they both had problems with their equations. So, which I'm happy to say I pointed out because I was very excited. But if we don't have the ability to step out of our own selfishness, okay,
Right.
and
Ego.
look at other people and try and see it from their perspective,
Mhm.
we have
Right.
already set ourselves up to fail and damned everybody else because we're
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Right. And that's something that if I've done that, you know, I'm sorry I did that. I love myself for doing the best I can.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm going to do something different now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Oh, yeah. People don't know what even makes them happy.
True.
You know,
A lot of people don't.
they sit there and they're stuck on social media and wishing they was these other people, and then at the same time their boss is telling them what they need to do, and then they got problems at home, and then you know their friend wants them to come over. It's nonstop. Like we're living on the lymphatic nerve system.
Oh, no
We're in
kidding.
fight or flight mode.
Mm-hmm. All the time.
Every morning you wake up to an alarm clock. You're flipping on your lymphatic nerve system.
Well, it
Because you're
shocks you,
waking
right?
up to an alarm. Yeah, you know,
Mm-hmm.
from day one. You know, you go
Mhm.
to prison, you go to school, your parents ship you off to school, you spend more time at school. And so if you take the time out that you spend at school and asleep, how long do kids actually spend time with their parents?
Exactly.
I'm
Not
with
very
you on
much.
that. I'm with you on that. And you know,
Mhm.
part of HRC's agenda was to put the government in complete control over children. In fact, she said it. Do you remember?
Yeah. A government. What does a governor do on a vehicle? It keeps it from going 100%.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
This language system
I love you. That's awesome.
they know the loopholes. They know the ins and outs. Why are there so many words that sound the same but are spelled different? Sale. You got CELL, SALE, SELL,
I have to tell you
SAIL.
SAIL.
You know,
Mhm.
it's crazy. They just like when Nancy Pelosi gets on the news and she says Trump is a danger to our democracy. She's telling the truth. She's telling
she
their
is, because
truth.
to
Trump is a
hers,
danger to
it
their
is.
democracy.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But
Absolutely.
people don't pick that
Democracy.
stuff up. You know, like why does the Capitol building have razor wire fence around it with a
Right?
flag at half
Right?
mast and a prisoner
Yeah.
of war flag underneath that?
Yeah, who does that?
I mean,
Good job,
What
dude.
free nation is gonna put that stuff around
exactly.
the
Exactly.
Capitol?
Who's a
Wait,
prisoner
let's
of war?
yeah, let's take a second here for just a minute. There's a couple comments I wanted to go up to.
Tom quit his job.
That one is awesome. Dum da dum dum
Dum, da-dum, dum,
dum.
Straight
dum.
up.
Fantastic, Dom.
Good job
We
for standing
support
up,
you.
dude.
We know that what's coming for you next
Something
is
greater.
amazing. And
As
just
long as people empower the system will be in power.
Mhm.
absolutely. Absolutely. I also read it.
That's why we have
It-
policymakers instead of lawmakers.
Da, da.
Words are important.
Yeah. The one, yes, that one.
There's a Chinese custom where they put themselves in another's shoes. Kind of cool.
It is very cool. I like that one.
Like they
Remember-
literally wear someone else's shoes?
Well,
Or they just like stand in for them in different areas?
that's good. I've asked her. You did.
Which
Hey,
one,
answer-
Dippy?
Answer that, Kimmy,
Which
baby.
one, Kim?
All right. The Danny one, though, right here. The numbers part is absolutely amazing and shows how everything is connected.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's why
Yeah.
numbers do not lie. Oh, we love you, Dom. We're so proud of you.
Yeah.
Proud of everybody.
Good job, bud.
I wanted to say too, along with all the we should come up with a different word. Conspiracy just isn't strong enough.
Along with the
Because
truth seekers?
We're not just thinking, oh, that's messed up and you're lying. We know it. So what's it when you know? We're the awakened? I don't know. The people
Those who know can't sleep.
there's that. Hmm. Oh.
So he hasn't been able to sleep for a long time.
It's so long. My body just like keels over, but like,
It's
to lay
like,
down and go to
she's
sleep. I don't know
fainting.
how to do that.
Oh no, she's sleeping.
He fell down, leave him there. He'll wake up.
Yeah, it's true. The father and son trade places for understanding once a year.
Yeah.
And they do that in Britain. I forget what it's called, but it's where the owners and the workers
Trade places.
switch places
That's cool.
so they can have a better understanding, so they can learn how to treat people
For
better.
like 1 day or what?
Yeah, just for a day.
Oh, that sounds
Just for
fair.
1 day. Mm-hmm.
What if
Just
they end
to
up
get-
getting fired?
Well, that's probably not going to happen. Just saying, I'm the boss. You're fired.
Well, you can't fire me.
This whole monetary system, like,
I agree with you on that.
bro,
That's
there
messed
will
up
be
too.
no more money.
Oh, isn't
Right?
that a wonderful thing?
Yeah.
You know, back in Enoch, the book of Enoch, he talks about how the fallen angels had introduced things that they were more important than humans. Gold, jewels, the monetary system. Yes, it is in there. Very, very good. That's the Trey Smith. Do you like Trey Smith? Do you know who he is?
No.
If you don't know who he is, you should watch his stuff.
Trey Smith. Okay, I'm going to check it out.
He has one that's called The Theory of Everything. It's 2.5 hours long, but it's fascinating.
I have seen the theory of everything. I don't know if it's Trey Smith or not.
There's a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
Trey Smith on YouTube, he put it up there for free.
Okay.
And he's got quite a bit. He's got prophecies for Donald Trump. He has, I mean, everything we've talked about here basically is something that he's said somewhere, and he agrees with a lot of the things. And I think it's important we all get the different perspectives, right?
Right.
He has a funny way of talking, though. Like I have a different way too, but he's sideways in the camera and he moves his fingers when he talks. And to me, it's like enchanting. Yes, that's him.
Trying to get this to straighten out.
That's the Sinclair dinosaur.
Oh, is it? Where is it?
Yeah. Okay, but can you show Trey? There you
That's
go.
what I'm
That's
trying to
him
do.
right there. Trey Smith. He's amazing. He's done documentaries on how to destroy a nation, and he'll get people from other countries to tell what they have done. It's amazing. I would encourage you and everyone to watch Trey Smith.
I'm gonna check
Quick
it
with
out.
the Trey Smith book. Yeah, Adam, you will love him. Hey. Na, na, na. Kevin agrees. Yay! It's nice to have truthers. You guys, we're all on a different level of understanding, but we're all on the same path and the vibrations. That's
Right.
what's important for us, right?
We
To
are all
share
like,
and raise each other. Mhm. So if you, because we're over time, if you, that's exactly, God in a nutshell. If you could leave us with one thing, or I guess a statement, a comment that I know it's tough. I know I ask a lot of you, but you're so fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad, Dom. What
I'm
would it be? And
well,
how do you live that way and it's helped you?
that's a tough one.
But you're good at hard things.
I think I think people should really, 'cause I went like 6 or 7 months without watching TV or listening to the radio. Even when I was going to work, like I would not do it. And you'll be surprised like how much stuff starts coming to you or coming back to you, you know, memories, like everything. And it just once you get out of that rhythm of everyday fucking autopiloted life and start looking at stuff from a logical standpoint, not ego-ish, not with the agenda,
Mm-hmm.
just observe it. And you know, I think that would help a lot of people out.
I agree. How did it help you?
Well, I think it just helped me see how much that's tricky because at one time it was showing me how negative people are, you know, because I had a Facebook one time in my life, and this was like 2 years ago, and I had it for like maybe 6 or 7 months, and I let it go because there was so much hatred on there, you know. At the same time, I turn around and get on videos like these, and I look at y'all stuff and the other videos and the people in the comment sections, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, those are good people. So obviously there's still good people out here.
Yes.
So I mean, but there's a lot more good people than there are negative people. You know what I'm saying? They make it seem like they have the following because they control the
They're just
media.
louder.
Yeah, they can stop who they want and put in who they want. So you know, it's like a point swing in basketball. If you block my shot, my 3-point shot, and then go down and shoot a 3, that's a 6-point swing.
Yep.
Right? So not only are they stopping the truth from getting out, they're implementing a lot of bullshit. So it's like a double whammy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
But
you're saying it's helped you by just really just eliminating all the extra negative.
I would tell you to stop listening to the radio and watch TV for as long as you can and see what starts coming back to you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I do. I know when I go and just try to check out what's going on and it's just more of the same, instantly I'm like, ugh. Right?
Yeah, I go to my grandmother's house or something and they're watching the news and I'm sitting, what are you doing? Yeah,
right?
I've showed you 700,000 videos, 46,000 documents. I've drawn you a diagram on a notebook. What you want? You know.
Maybe
what are you looking for?
2001. I mean,
these people they don't want to know. You know.
True. There's a lot of people who can't.
Cognitive dissonance.
Can't handle it. I know that I have. Whoa. Yeah, don't listen. That's good. Good job.
With an F star.
Whoa. Hey, but there's positive rap too.
Yeah,
we have our friend Adam here who spits like the best. I don't know. He does great
right.
raps. And so I don't
Spits all them
know.
positive lines.
I don't know how to do it, but you're very positive. And even in your frustration, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're still saying the truth. That's one thing also I love about you. I know that when there are some people who don't have the ability to wake up. We all know that there's some are not going to.
Right.
We don't get to pick who that is because just like we didn't get to pick who awakes, we don't get to pick who doesn't.
Right.
Right.
And we're hopeful. We're in the place where we are, each one of us across the world, because I know there's people here from the UK and there's someone else from somewhere else. Okay, so across the world, we are all exactly where we are supposed to be right now.
Right. Everybody has happened the way it had to happen to get us to this point.
Exactly.
Everybody's.
This is a strategic plan also. I do believe it.
Right.
We are where we are and who we are because of what we are and what we can accomplish. The fact that we have come together today, right just now, from people all over the world, is not just a miracle, is a planned event.
It is. It's already happened.
Yep.
See?
It's just manifesting here.
And the next thing that comes is better. It's just going to get better and better. Harder, yes.
Right.
But good things come from accomplishing and doing
the hard things.
The hard things.
Right.
Very good. Adam, you're amazing. Oh my heck. Yes. I just adore the freaking giggles out of you because I have heard them.
Giggles.
And look at him. He's
all
blushing.
The
all the blushing. Oh, it's so cute. Oh.
I appreciate it.
You know, my son would be 27 this year, right? 27? And you're pretty close to that age. So I know I might not look like I could have a kid that old. Or maybe I do. I don't know.
You don't look that old.
But I just, when I see you, I'm like, I could have one just like that. and I would think and hope that he would be just like you.
Well, I
too bad.
I appreciate that. That makes me feel good.
Oh, good. That's why I said it, because it's supposed to do that. I want to play this one song, you guys, and I hope it's okay. I know we're over, but it's about, I reworded House of the Rising Sun. And all the words in there mean exactly what we've said today. Do you mind if I play it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep.
Away back in our history, we called it pneumonia, and it was a ruin of many a poor soul. And I'll tell you now, my son, our nation was in terror. The threat was COVID-19, and the way we lived all across this land became our new routine. Now the only thing that the people needed was a leader for their cause. But they all were afraid, being teased by social media, so it was all put on pause. Are we afraid of being teased on social media, you guys?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
This was done at the end of the summer last year.
I like it.
Think of the difference
really good.
between then and now.
Not the same.
No, we have so
No.
many leaders now.
Oh, well, yeah.
We're just waiting for the tipping point, like he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we swore to tell our children not to do what we have done. Don't waste your lives hiding when you need to stand and fight. All it takes is the bravery of one.
No, not me. Everybody.
Yeah.
I did this. I was gonna go like up to her, daddy.
Well, we had one foot on submission, the other foot on complaint. Then the last straw was placed on the camel's back, and the world went completely insane. There was a time in our history, we called it pandemonium, but because we fought back, eventually, we thank God we finally won.
Adam Branch.
Here's his name. Adam Ranch.
Oh, sorry. I cut it off too soon. That was a bit. But I think it's fair. I think it's a fair
nice.
assessment.
Yeah, that was very relevant.
We going
Yeah,
to win.
she rewrites a lot of songs.
I said relevant. I
Yes,
did
you
it
did.
dyslexic.
I love it so much. Oh, you're a keeper. I think we should have you on regularly. How would you feel about that? Both of you.
That's
Shoot.
fine. Both of you.
Pretty sure I'm on here regularly.
I know you are. I meant like having Adam on regularly.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I
love
would be
you.
more than happy.
That would be
Like,
awesome, bud.
once a week.
That's
On
fine. Yeah.
Tuesdays
Tuesdays. Look at that.
or Thursdays. Let's do Thursdays.
On Thursdays. You want to be our
'Cause we have
Thursday
Dom
guy?
on Tuesday.
I'll be the Thursday guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Cool.
so happy. I could cry right now. The happy kind. Yeah. Oh, that would be so wonderful. Okay, we'll talk after this. We are going to pray. Any special requests from you, Adam? I'm scared you dumb. Dom is on Tuesday. It's a compliment, man. Dom's amazing.
Hey, yeah, he is.
right.
No, I have no special requests. Only that everybody enjoys the rest of their day and remember to smile.
Oh, love it.
Smiling
Love
is
it,
my
love it.
favorite.
Yeah. Make work your favorite. All right.
Make it
So, all right. So, let's pray for Kathy with K.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Today, we're going to pray for Connie
Mhm.
and everybody on. Help me out.
The
The other side of the screen. You didn't do it.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Other side of the screen. Very good. Very good. You're so cute. Oh, I love it. He blushes a lot. I like it. This could be fun. It's wonderful. Everybody on the other side of the screen. Everybody that you come in contact with, to feel the love that comes from you. To feel the high vibration, the energy, the joy. And we're going to pray for Tristan, who is still waiting for his second liver transplant. He's up in the hospital right now. He's 9. We're going to pray for Amanda and Betty and Ms. Empress Marina's dad and Celeste's dad And did I miss?
Our families.
Definitely our families, all of our loved ones, from you extended out to kin and anyone you come in contact with. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. Take it away, Jami.
And for Dom.
Definitely Dom. Dom, da, Dom, Dom,
Dom,
Dom.
dom, dom,
Be
dom,
praying
dom.
for him, for sure. All right,
Okay.
you ready?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
All right, and we're blowing out.
And
Blowing.
ready, Adam?
Everyone. And
you're
blessed. Throw him out there. He's quick. He does them all at once. We just throw him out there a little bit at a time. Throw it to you. Extra for Adam. He'll just throw them down there. Adam.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Oh yeah, I totally did that. Adam. Okay, and then to everybody else. Back to you, all to the people. Jamie,
Okay,
I'm throwing it at you. No, I'm throwing it. I am. You chose the object time.
In the nose.
I do all mine in one big glob.
He's such a boy.
It's
I
just
love
all
it.
gone.
Mine is right here.
Mine hit my nose.
You guys are wild.
Oh, you guys, we love you so much. Thank you for being here.
Thank
Extra
you,
special
guys.
thank you to
having me.
Adam.
Yes, for
Oh, I thought
sure.
you
Thank
did.
you so much, bud. What was that? You were muted.
Yeah, I think my computer's lagging too. I done said something, like late twice, and I'm trying to shut up.
Well, don't shut up. Don't do that.
Oh, no shutting up. That's against the rules. Ha rules. That's funny. We're so glad you're here. We love your face. And let's talk after this. I'm going to play our tournament.
Oh, yes.
Little
As the
tournament
closing
lead
again.
on our way out. Alrighty?
All right.
All right. Love you guys. See you tomorrow with
Yes.
the Chad.
With the Chad.
Oh, yeah. And we'll see you
the Chad.
next
There you
week
go.
on Thursday. Yeah, good job. That's the
Yeah.
Chad. The Chad.
The Chad.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you
Hang
guys.
out.
See ya.
Adam, we'll
Have
see
a good
you.
one.
Peace.